What is going on, guys and gals out there in YouTube, Fragrance Land? Thanks for joining me here on my channel again, Steven Sturgill. Let's get into it. Today, guys, we're looking at what I believe is a phenomenal and quite unique scent. Yes, based around the note, my favorite note in all of perfumery, of tobacco. And it is one I've been meaning to get my nose on for the better part of at least a year, if not longer. Here's the box. This is Frank number 3 from the house Frank Los Angeles. It is an eau de parfum concentration. 100 mils, I believe, is the size. I'll check on that in a second. At any rate, the box is just a box. Not nice cardboard. It's a little heavier duty than the average designer box. And pretty sure this is 100 mils. It's fairly stubby, pudgy. I don't think this is a 50 mils. It's got to be 100. Gorgeous colored juice. Kind of a deep ambery, with some essence of almost I don't know, some kind of red wine mixed in there with that deep amber. You can kind of, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Beautiful, simple presentation. Timeless elegance. Ooh, don't want to drop it. Pretty good sprayer. I'll spray another blast on right here. Wow. So let's get into the notes and talk a little bit about that. Strangely, their website is down because of some kind of who's violation about some kind of protocol potential that they can't confirm who the actual owner of their website is. Very bizarre. I was just on their website last month and they had no issues. So hope you get your website back up, guys. I'd love to tool around and check out what you have on there. And I believe this was a lady nose that designed this fragrance way back in 08. Well, that's when it was released. I don't know when she designed it. This is not your prototypical heavy macho, just, you know, beat your chest and shout from the rooftop masculine tobacco scent. It is unisex, and I wouldn't say it leans feminine, but I could see how some people could misinterpret that for the fact that it is unisex and for the fact that it does have a little bit of floral, a fruity aspect in it. Some macho guys might think that it's a little bit feminine. Okay, whatever. I could see that. Yeah, welcome to 2019. So this has apple peel, spices, which I'm assuming cinnamon. I'm getting a little bit of pink pepper, maybe, or black pepper. Maybe a little coriander, nutmeg, allspice. I'm not so sure about the allspice. But those spices, though, are very, very what's the word? They're not overpowering. Those are just way down there in the blend. They don't dominate the scent. They're there, but they don't. They're not that loud, so don't worry about that. Rose tea. So I was getting kind of a red wine accord in here, and I guess that's from the rose tea mixed with the spices, mixed with the apple peel. This does have rare woods of some sort. Amber. Amber is very obvious in the dry down, guys, but keep in mind it's blended so well with the spices, the raw tobacco leaves, the dried tobacco leaves. So this has both dry and essentially slightly wet or moist tobacco leaf. And again, that amber can mix really well with tobacco as well as rose tea, apple peel, and spices. So I saw some complaints online that, oh, I don't detect the amber. How dare they lie to me? No, it's there. My nose is getting it, but again, it's living in with and sort of behind the tobacco, the rose tea, the apple peel, and the spices, and the rare woods. But it's there. If you're an amber freak, then I guess you could be disappointed in the scent because, yes, this is not an amber scent. It's not an amber heavy scent, but amber is definitely a fairly major bench player, if you will, to use an NBA or basketball term. not even a bench player. I mean, it's a major player, but it's not the all-star, if you will. The all-star is definitely the tobacco, but again, this is not a prototypical macho tobacco vanille style scent, sort of like La Yucawam Perfume, which, oh wow, what, I've got to start rocking this again, guys. What a powerhouse scent that is. But this is a little bit gourmandish. It's almost a slightly spicy tobacco-based Floriental because of the I think there's some jasmine flower in here, if I'm not mistaken. I think a different website, let me check real quick, pointed to, yeah, this, there's some jasmine in here for sure, and that's where the floral comes in along with the rose tea. Apple, some people believe it to be a green apple. I don't know that I thoroughly agree with that, but whatever. There's some apple in here for sure. Is it apple dominant? No, but it's aspects of the apple are subtle yet distinct. So I don't, whether or not that's obvious, I can't say for you. But I mean, there's that. This is just divine, though, guys. It's so incredibly immaculately blended, so rich. It has different layers. It's telling a story. It's so nuanced, smooth, and balanced, and it's so complete. It's very rare that I can point to a fragrance that, don't get me wrong, I love Herod and just ordered my full first bottle ever. I'd had a decant for quite a while. But I do feel that to an extent, Parfums de Marly, bless their heart, they kind of throw everything in the kitchen sink in their blends, and they're wonderful. But I feel like in some respects, maybe they go just a little bit too far sometimes in terms of not stripping back a fragrance a la Jean-Claude Ellena from France, Grasse, in the sense that the sometimes fragrances are better when you strip them back to their bare bones minimum and then just add a little bit of chef's powder on top and call it a day. So I think this is much more akin to that approach. It's got several components in there, but it doesn't have anything else. So I mean, it's really telling a story with minimal ingredients, and it's doing so at a very high level, at a very artistic level. Whereas I feel that with Parfums de Marly, I love Herod, not throwing shade, but I feel like they just threw so much in there, and so much of what's in there, that sometimes they don't know when to pull back. But that's again, that's very much a personal taste, and opinion. We all have our personal slants and opinions, and some of us like to go hard and heavy all the time. Some of us like really light and airy and ethereal. Some of us like somewhere in between. This is definitely somewhere in between, but I would say it veers lighter. It feels a little bit more waspy, and it's very nuanced. It's going to wear lighter. You're not going to ever choke anyone out with this scent. So this is very safe for office wear. But you will smell it for the first, I mean, it'll project for the first 2 to 3 hours, and then after that, it will die down to a very modest, very modest scent bubble for the next 2 to 2.5 hours. And after that, honestly, guys, it's just going to be a skin scent, nothing more, nothing less. But what a ride you'll have. The ingredients in here just smell so natural. Think about, if you will, I don't know if you're a fan or not of scents like Dunhill Icon, or what's the other one? Let's see, do I have it here in the back? Where did I put that guy? That's that famous man scent. What's it called? I can't believe I'm pulling a. What's it called? It's that more modern take of Gucci Pour Homme 1. Bentley Intense for Man or whatever. So if you're a fan of scents like that, this doesn't smell anything like those, by the way, but I'm saying those gentlemanly, refined, nuanced qualities that are present in both of those scents. It's very present here, although this is a little bit more unisex, as I alluded to earlier, quite clearly. I want to be very succinct and clear about that. This is a little more feminine than those guys, for sure. But the ingredients here smell just a league higher than either of those scents do, which is understandable because this costs quite a bit more than either of those scents. I do want to get that out there. You get what you pay for in perfumery. If you're paying a lot more, not in all cases, right? But as a generalization, if you're asked to pay more for like Maison Margiela's Replica or By the Fire or any of those, or Jazz Club, it's because their aroma chemicals and their natural ingredients are more costly. End of story. They cost a lot more. You want a better blend? Okay, then you're going to pay for it. That's all I want to hear on that. So haters, go bye-bye, and lovers, come to party, come to play. This is a fantastic signature scent. And I feel honestly for my tobacco scents, it's probably on my top 6 all time. Maybe higher, we'll see, but it's at least in that top 6, top 5, maybe top 4 spots. Not totally sure, but man, it's up there. Wow. And on the dry down, the tobacco becomes more and more evident, much more akin to a really high dollar cigar. Guys, if you're a tobacco lover, if you're not afraid of slightly off the beaten path, I don't want to call this avant-garde, but it's unisex. It's quite a bit different. It's marching to its own drumbeat. Get your nose on Frank number 3. If you have to start with the decant, so be it. This is not an uber expensive fragrance, so just save your pennies for a rainy day and pull the trigger. Get you a bottle of Frank number 3. If you like tobacco, if you love tobacco, you got to have this in your collection, guys. That's going to do it for today. Thanks so much. We'll catch me, please, on the next episode. And if you like my content, please subscribe and please click the bell, or you will not get my tasty nuggets of Perfume opinion on time, and you'll wonder, where did I go? I didn't go anywhere. You just didn't click the bell, and you're not going to be getting my updates. So thanks so much, guys, for all your support. Love you. We're getting there. Again, Happy New Year to everyone who's missed my earlier content this year. I drop about 3 to 4 vids on average per week, sometimes more, sometimes less. Anyways, spray often, spray well, live life on your terms, baby. Peace.